Hello guys, and welcome back to the CSML. We've got playoffs action coming at you. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Compared to last time, he has brought the exact same team, but swapped out Mega Pidgeot for Empoleon, which I'm fine with. Actually, none of his Mons get reliable recovery. I guess like Drain Punch size or Scrafty, Silvally often runs rest, but whew, we're gonna try not to choke like we did last week. Definitely, I'm bringing a much different team this time. Went for a more defensive route as opposed to the offensive. So hoping that doesn't backfire on me. In terms of leads, I'm kind of feeling like he'll lead Seismitoad. Seismitoad seems a decently likely lead. Just to get up rocks, kind of pressure my team. Dhelmise also seems like a decent lead. And then Weavile's probably a pretty decent lead as well. I think my Mega Mawile, it's a bit predictable, but the question is, do I want to lead with Roserade or Mega Mawile? And because the Weavile does have a very good matchup against me, whew. I think I'm going to lead off with the Mega Mawile. It just has a really good matchup overall. If he leads off with Silvally, I'm fine. It looks like it's Silvally Steel. Again. Whew. Yeah. He is going to, in fact, lead off with the Dhelmise. So I'm going to go right into my Gligar, because I don't think he'll click Power Whip. I'm going to assume he's going to go for an Earthquake here. Just kind of makes the most sense. Yeah. Gligar is, Dhelmise, definitely a very big threat to my team. I don't like dealing with it. Banded Dhelmise just puts in a ton of work. It's pretty awful. So he's gonna go with the Earthquake. So we're gonna get that play right. Yeah. So here, I'm thinking we could just go for a knockoff. He's probably going to switch because he's banded. Looking at his possible switch-ins, likely Scrafty with an Ice Punch. And knocking off Scrafty's item will be nice, just to see what it's running and stuff. We just want to see what it is running, maybe get an idea on the spread. But yeah, and if he stays in, then I get to knock off his item and deal a good chunk of damage. And yeah, once this thing is worn down, it's really not that big of a deal because I can outspeed it with a lot of things. But obviously, at full health, it is fairly scary. Whew. Yeah, so he is actually going to go into his Seismitoad, and we're going to knock off the Rocky Helmet on that thing. Definitely an interesting item to run. But, yeah, I'm just going to go right into my Roserade. He could get up rocks here, which would be annoying. Because I do want to keep my Gligar healthy as a Dhelmise switch. But, he's actually going to go for the knockoff himself. So I'm fine with this. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. He's likely going to go Silvally Steel, I would say. Predicting a Giga Drain, which I think I'm fine just going into my Porygon 2. Yeah. I think Porygon 2 is a good switch here. I don't think he'll stay in or anything, cause I mean obviously it's not Rindoberry. So yeah, I'm gonna make a double into my Porygon 2 because Porygon 2 really isn't that useful this match. It'll definitely serve some use, but overall it is not the most useful mon ever. As he actually reveals to be Silvally Poison. So, alright, I didn't actually know that. It doesn't tell you the color off the start. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm looking at it, and I think we can just fire off a Tri-Attack here, and, not worry too much about it. He may go for a parting shot, but, we'll still be at, +0 because we got the download boost. I could have ran like Trace or something, but didn't really need it. He doesn't have many useful abilities to trace. I could trace like Intimidate on Scrafty, but I don't really want to go in on Scrafty. And other than that, it's really not too many useful abilities. Maybe trace a Water Absorb from the Seismitoad. But other than that, these other 4 abilities are kind of useless to trace. And it's nice to get the download boost, as he's going to go for an Ice Beam, actually do 12%, and we will Tri-Attack and do a good chunk. I'm fine with just wearing down his team since he doesn't have too reliable recovery. Now I have to think here. I might decide to go for an Ice Beam. Let's calc that damage. So we've got this. We've got Silvally Poison. And a Tri-Attack at +1. Looking like he's going to be like max specially defensive. Right? Oh, no, that did 39. It did more than I thought. So he's probably max physically defensive. Which would make sense. No, he's not. I guess he's got some special defense, but not everything. That's just a really weird roll to get. Alright, let's take off download because I think that might be messing me up. Alright, yeah, that download was messing me up. So it looks like he is a full physically defensive, as I think an Ice Beam. Huh. No, that did a lot of damage, so I don't know what item he is, or what his spread really is. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense. But anyways, we are gonna look as an Ice Beam. If I can hit the Dhelmise on the switch, it'll be nice. I think that's the best play. Hopefully he goes Dhelmise here, predicting a tri-attack. Empoleon would be unfortunate, but I do have the Thunderbolt to hit it super effectively and start wearing it down. Oh, wrong chat. Wrong tab. But yeah, hopefully he goes into the thing. But he's going to go Seismitoad instead. I get the freeze, but that's likely not a big deal, given that he's probably running Scald. It just means that he'll have to click Scald. Which obviously he probably won't want to click. But anyways, maybe he doesn't have Scalds. Oh, and I get a crit. Wow. That's really unfortunate. He was at 64. So he's likely like physically defensive or something. In which case, I would have needed a couple max rolls to get him. But anyways, how much Ice Beam did enough to kill. So I think just going Ice Beam is a fine play. Porygon 2 will pick up a kill. And we are up 6-5. It'd be really nice not having to defog rocks. It would definitely be very nice not to have to defog rocks, but Empoleon still could be carrying rocks, so I'll have to be aware of that. His likely switch-ins would be probably Scrafty, Weavile. Scrafty's probably the most likely, and Weavile. Both of them I'd probably just go to my Mega Mawile. Dhelmise is the other somewhat likely switch. If he goes Dhelmise, I think I'm probably just gonna Ice Beam. As he does just decide to go with Scrafty. So, yes. I think my best play is to go Mega Mawile. As he does hit me with the Fire Punch. So, good prediction on his part. The question is, are we faster? Well, I will gain a decent amount of bulk. We can check his spread here. That's looking maybe like a choice banded damage. I forgot I am just regular. But anyways, what is my spread? I know I'm like max HP. Max HP or 248 and 156 and impish. Alright, so he's not banded. He was running Expert Belt last time. It looking like that might be the case again. In which case he'll do like 39. Yeah, that's fine. I can just stay in and play rough. He is going to go for into the Silvally, which is fine. It takes a decent chunk. And I think I'm just going to go back into my Porygon 2. He is going to parting shot and get some momentum, which is annoying, but, you know, it's not the biggest thing in the world. How much will Scrafty do to a Slowbro? So, really not doing too much at all. Yeah. I think Slowbro is a fine switch. It's looking like it'll be pretty good against this Scrafty. He's going to go for the Drain Punch. It's going to do nothing. He's probably Adamant then. Could have been Adamant. And it could have been either. I'm just going to Scald here. He's going to go for a Taunt, which is pretty interesting. I am going to get the burn. That's very fortunate. So definitely an interesting set here. The question is, do I want to switch and keep my Colbur Berry, or do I want to... just stay in and maybe Scald again? I think Scalding again is a fine play. So he is going to knock off. It's going to do minimal damage thanks to that Colbur Berry. And we're going to just Scald again. And it'll be fine. And then I think here I'll go for Focus Blast, maybe. Yeah, I think Focus Blast is the play. If he goes Dhelmise, that's somewhat of a problem, but I doubt he does it since I'm spamming Scald, and a burn on that is a burn on that would be huge. But he's gonna go Empoleon, so we are gonna hit the Focus Blast and activate a weakness policy. That is very interesting. So he's got an interesting Empoleon set. It's looking like it's gonna be a kind of a sweeper, as that did a good chunk of damage. He's probably Agility. What does this get? Like Grass Knot. So a +2 Grass Knot will actually knock me out, which could be a problem. What's he gonna do to a Porygon 2? Wow, that does nothing really. Yeah. I think Porygon 2 is the switch. Unless I want to go Roserade. Roserade doesn't have that much use. And, Porygon 2 could be 2 KO'd. So I think Roserade is the better play, as he just goes right for the Scald. So this is about a mid-roll. He's just not going to risk it. Alright, fair enough. Not risking the roll. Here. How much does a Silvally's Ice Beam do? Silvally's Ice Beam shouldn't knock me out. I think Synthesis to play. No, I think HP Ice is to play. He's got the Flamethrower. That's interesting. That knocked me out. I think I can go Lycanroc here, though. So, I mean, he obviously has some special attack investment. The thing is, if I go Lycanroc, he's likely going to Parting Shot, expecting maybe me to want to Swords Dance. And that's 3 rocks, so I think getting up rocks is definitely huge. He might have spin on Dhelmise, but that's wasting turns with Dhelmise, and I'm fine with that. Empoleon, very unlikely to have defog considering he's an offensive set. So I'm thinking Lycanroc is definitely looking like a good switch here. He is going to stay in, go for the Thunderbolt. It's not going to do too much. And yeah. So we did get up our rocks. Definitely a good thing. Accelerock looks like it will kill. And I don't really want to risk the Stone Edge accuracy. So I'm going to go for Accelerock. It's 80%. It's going to hit. Yep. So maybe not revealing my set yet. As he is going to go Scrafty. Yeah. I definitely want to make a play into Batman here. The only problem is rocks could or not rocks, knock off. Because I doubt he stays in, considering knockoff would definitely not be great, but the switch to Dhelmise would not be fun to deal with. Let's see, does Slowbro live from full hit from Dhelmise? It does not. So, definitely some tough plays here. I'm thinking going into Slowbro is a safer play. Definitely saving Lycanroc is the best course of action, I should say, as Accelerock basically kills from full. I should watch how much a Weavile's Ice Shard does, because that could be important for sure. Not Scrafty, Lycanroc. So an Ice Shard will not take me out, even if he is choice banded. Well, he'd need a max roll on choice band Adamant Weavile to knock me out. But anyways, I'm going to go for a Scald here as he taunts. That's fine. So he is obviously going to go into the Dhelmise. This is fine. I can just Ice Beam here. Kind of get intel on his set. I'm going to assume that he's going to be banded again, because it's what makes the most sense. Banded kind of destroyed me last time. And if he is banded, we will go down to a Power Whip. But I don't really need Slowbro, because Mega Mawile deals with Weavile. Porygon 2 deals with Empoleon. Gligar deals with Dhelmise. So he is going to take me out with a Power Whip here. That's fine. We can go into the Gligar. And at this point, I can just click and knock off. He'll probably go Empoleon, but that's fine. This Dhelmise could be a threat again, but I think I have enough to use it. So we are going to actually knock off his choice band, which is definitely pretty nice. We've definitely gotten some chip now. I think keeping Gligar healthy is good play. I can just roost. I doubt he Power Whips again, and if he does, I don't even die. So knocking off the band on this thing is definitely pretty huge. Obviously, I won't be able to switch into resisted attacks, but he just loses so much power now that he doesn't have the choice band. For example, now that he doesn't have choice band, he doesn't even kill Porygon. He doesn't even 2-hit KO Porygon 2, which is pretty big. Obviously, he will, because I have chip right now, but yeah. But Porygon 2, I can revenge kill it. So this match is definitely looking quite good for me. I am pretty sure I'm in the driver's seat to win this. So we're going to see what he wants to go for. He is going to go for the rapid spin and get rid of the rocks, which is a good play. Definitely good play there. but now I am free to just knock off again. Empoleon is kind of a likely switch here, but that's fine. You know, just chipping Empoleon more. That's all I really need to do. Not having rocks up sucks to take on Weavile. But yeah. Anyways. I think Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile can eat some hits from Weavile, so Weavile isn't my biggest concern right now. This game is definitely looking quite good. We're going to get more chip as he's going to anchor shot critical hit, but that's fine. I can just knock off here, you know, and we're perfectly safe to knock off again. He won't be able to kill me. Whew. Definitely feeling good about the match at this point. I think I definitely predicted what he was going to bring pretty well. He really didn't have too much reliable recovery, and I knew that basically each and every one of his threats I could handle. Dhelmise was definitely the scariest of them all, since you know. Alright, we're gonna apologize for that power whip miss, even though it probably didn't matter that much. I don't know. I kind of just die to either the other things anyway. So now we're faced with a choice. We could knock off or we could stone edge. And honestly, a swords dance on this thing could definitely be pretty scary. But yeah, I think it's in my best interest to stone edge, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's in my best interest to stone edge. I can threaten him. He is just going to go for the Icicle Crash and knock me out, which I'm fine with. Yeah, I can just kind of click Brick Break here, pick up a kill. Icicle Crash flinch is really the only hope he has. And even then, he would need 2 flinches, unless he's banded. And even band is a roll, and it looks like in my favor. That 1 flinch is annoying. I'm gonna rest. Alright, sweet. So we are gonna recover up to full health, which is definitely very good. You know, we can just sleep talk here, and basically 2/3 of the time we pick up a kill. So he's gonna go for the power up punch, and hopefully we can just take this out as we do. That crit definitely did not matter. And now I'm gonna sleep talk again. And that is going to be the game as we roll the Brick Break. Didn't really matter too much because Porygon 2 dealt with the Empoleon and had Thunderbolt. Um, ooh, we got redemption for last week when we didn't have the greatest performance. But yeah, we are moving on to round 2 of the playoffs and facing against Swoops, who 6-0'd us and completely obliterated us in the regular season. But we had a completely different time, or we had a completely different team back then, and I believe she made some changes as well. So it'll definitely be an interesting match. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.